go on the Xbox store and you can buy the games online.
Yeah.
And just download them to the Xbox. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people have went away from actually going to the store and buying the disc.
That you have to lease, which is fine. A lot of these lease agreements go up 10% or more a year, which means if you're there 10 years, your cost of being there has doubled. You know, that's a big cost right there. Then you got employees, you got payroll taxes on them, you got, all this. I mean, it just gets to the point it doesn't make sense. And that's why I've always thought the government should foster and help promote people having businesses as opposed to taking them and ransacking them and treating them like the government's a pirate and taking what they get, what they worked hard for.
Well, but as you said, the free market, if the government will allow the free market to work, to your point.
Yeah, they got to get out of it.
But if it works, see, there was a time, the old thing where, hey, I'm up here and I'm a landlord and I got me a retail spot here on a real active highway or byway, and, man, I'm really hammering it to everybody. And now as retail starts being not as, what's the word for when you're intrigued by something, I guess intriguing.
Not as glamorous.
Yeah, not as glamorous. They're going to have to adjust what they charge for rent. It all will work.
And I don't mind. I'm not anti people that, rent space. No. I think that's a great business. But for a while, when we were dealing with leases and stuff, it was just ridiculous how they would go up every year automatically. Yeah. And you just can't sustain that kind of increased in cost when, the revenue's not growing
That's way. It. A business can't say, well, I understand these rental things I used to pay used to be worth it because my profit margin was so high.
Yeah.
Now that my profit is much more narrow, you can't pretend like I'm still here under the old profit. I mean, you can't charge me like that.
What if you did it? What if you think of it this way? What if a landlord who owns property gave you a 2%?
Do you have an idea for an invention or new product? Do you think companies would be interested in your idea? Do you want to try to get a patent? Then call InventHelp now. InventHelp keeps your idea confidential and explains every step of the invention process. We create professional materials representing your idea and submit it to companies who are looking for new ideas. We have more than 9,000 companies who have agreed to review ideas in confidence. If a company shows interest in manufacturing your invention, we can negotiate on your behalf. We have helped over 10,000 clients receive patents. We also offer services including 3D modeling and animation demonstrating your idea, prototyping services, and we use state-of-the-art technology to show InventHelp client ideas to additional companies. Join the thousands of people just like you who chose InventHelp to pursue their idea. We are experienced. We are working for you. We are InventHelp.
Call us for free information at 1-800-463-8318. That's 1-800-463-8318. Again, 1-800-463-8318.
W253CR Marion, now at 98.5 FM, and the legendary
WGGH Marion.
Publishing despite mass murder. Russia probe clash. I'm Evan Haining. In Annapolis, Maryland, 5 counts of first-degree murder for Jared Ramos, the suspected gunman in yesterday's mass shooting at the Capital Gazette newspaper. Correspondent Renee Marsh reports the killings did not stop the Gazette from publishing.
We actually have the morning paper this morning, and the 5 victims are on the front page. These journalists working in the midst of this tragedy.
When columnist Terry Smith opened this morning's paper,
it was stunning to me. Not just the headline, not just the pictures across the top, but if you looked inside the editorial page, blank, and the first line, "We are speechless today."
Well, tempers were short in the House as Republican Congressman Jim Jordan accused Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein of hiding sensitive documents in the Russia probe, documents demanded by Congress.
I am the Deputy Attorney General of the United States, okay? I'm not the person doing the redacting.
You're the boss, Mr. Rosenstein.
That's correct. And my job is to make sure that we respond to your concerns. We have, sir.
Congressman Trey Gowdy also had harsh questions for Rosenstein, which correspondent Abby Phillip reports some critics called hypocritical.
It wasn't too long ago that he led the Republican investigation into the Benghazi attacks, an investigation that lasted 2.5 years, cost $7 million, and resulted in no convictions, no guilty pleas, and no indictments. By contrast, the Mueller probe has been going on for a little over a year now, and There have already been 4 guilty pleas and over a dozen indictments.
House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi says Democrats will work with Republicans to develop meaningful immigration reform. Hundreds of protests against Trump administration immigration policy are planned tomorrow nationwide. A 70-year-old company is going out of business. Correspondent Tom Busby.
And Toys R Us shutting down all its remaining U.S. stores today. 30,000 workers losing their jobs.
I'm Evan Haining.
Interested in trading as a way to generate extra monthly income? Listen up. Before you sign up for some garbage program or awkward in-person seminar, you really need to hear about the online trader program that everyone's talking about. This is the program that allows you to get your account funded with someone else's money. That's right. Apiary Fund will gladly put up to $100,000 of their money into your trading account. And the best part, you get to keep 85% of the profits without putting in a dime of your own money. Apiary Fund and this program are growing like crazy. As a special offer, Apiary Fund is allowing our listeners to get started for free. Just call 800-959-4526 and leave us your email address, and we will send you all the exciting details of how to trade Apiary Fund's money and not your own. Call 800-959-4526 and leave your email address on the voicemail. Your free report will be sent right away. 800-959-4526. That's 800-959-4526.
This hour's news is brought to you by Watermark Auto Group in Marion.
Up-to-the-minute local information when you need it. This is a Southern Illinois News Center update.
Severe weather pelted southern Illinois last night, causing damage across the entire region. A line of thunderstorms that stretched across the entire width of the state swept through southern Illinois, knocking down trees, damaging buildings, and causing widespread power outages. Herrin was among the hardest hit, with several buildings damaged, including the Save-A-Lot grocery store. Officials in Marion, Carbondale, Mount Vernon, Pinckneyville, and DuQuoin reported trees and power lines were knocked down in the storm, while emergency personnel in White County said a tree fell on a house in Norris City. As of 6 a.m. today, more than 4,000 Ameren, Illinois customers were still without power in Williamson County. Power also remained out for more than 3,100 customers in Saline County and 2,000 in Jefferson County. The storm did cause at least one injury in southern Illinois. A driver in Franklin County was injured while driving in the storm. According to the Illinois State Police, 45-year-old Jackie L. Stacy of Royalton was driving on Illinois Route 149, 1/2 mile east of River Road, when she was forced to stop in the roadway due to heavy rain that was causing severe visibility problems. Police said while she was stopped, a large tree fell on her car, causing damage to the entire front end, windshield, and roof. The vehicle had to be towed from the scene. Stacy suffered non-incapacitating injuries and was taken to the hospital by ambulance. Weather continues to be an issue today. All of southern Illinois has been placed under an excessive heat warning until 8 p.m. Forecasters say daytime high temperatures today will reach in the mid to upper 90s, with heat index values climbing to more than 110 degrees. Those heat index values are expected to remain between 110 and 115 for at least 4 hours today. People are being urged to stay inside out of the heat, but use extreme caution if they have to be outdoors, including taking several breaks and drinking plenty of water. There is a heat advisory in effect as well through 8 p.m. tomorrow. In the Monster Radio Southern Illinois News Center, I'm Tim Petrovich.
If you're having a hard time hearing me right now, it may be because your tires are doing all the singing and not your radio. Just take a second and listen. If you could hear them roaring, they're trying to tell you something. It's time to get to the Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center. And price won't be a speed bump on your way to a smooth and quiet ride, because we match or beat any advertised price guaranteed. The Quick Lane is located right next to Watermark Ford Hyundai of Marion, the home of no tricks pricing and golden rule service. Come visit us today in person or online.
Southern Illinois weather.
An excessive heat warning takes effect this afternoon, and a heat advisory takes effect tonight. Isolated storms are possible through the day, with partly sunny skies otherwise, and highs reaching the mid-90s. With the humidity, will feel more like 112. Southwesterly winds of 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies expected tonight. Low temperatures will dip down to the mid-70s. From the Weather Eye Weather Center, I'm Nikki Latola on Monster Radio AM 1150.
Jim Bohannon. Weeknights 10 to 1 on Monster Radio AM 1150.
You're listening to The Rick and Bubba Show.
6 minutes past the hour, The Rick and Bubba Show. Thanks for being with us. A brand new hour has begun. Coming to you from the Rick and Bubba Broadcast Plaza and Teleport. Later in the program, we get an update from the San Diego Chicken. How's he doing? Got an update coming up. Speedy, Bubba, Greg, Adler, all here. Helmsy on vacation. Interns today, Faux Breeze, taking phone calls. Tickle Me Elbow and Sweet Chin Music. All earning their degree in common sense from Rick and Bubba University. That degree now is like having a superpower. There's old Bill Bubba Bussey.
There he is.
Hey, buddy.
There he is.
All right, so I know you had an adventure yesterday. Where we live this time of year, it really is an afternoon thunderstorm arrives most every day from here all the way through August, pretty much.
Yeah, and that will play in a little bit. Rick, we're very fortunate. We've got a little place down on the lake, and I got a little man cave there, and I've been planning on putting the TV up for a while.
You have.
You know, that's what dads and guys do. We put up TVs.
Love it.
And, you know, we watch ball games on it and all that stuff with our friends.
Watch Arkansas choke.
So I've kind of had that process going on in the back of my mind. I'd already even put a mount up so I could mount the TV. I mean, the mount's on the wall. It's ready to go.
You're excited.
And
That's hard work.
I kept thinking, yeah, it really is. I kept thinking, you know, I need to get a TV and go ahead and stick it up there, and I need to get a TV, and I just hadn't done it. So yesterday I was taking care of a little hit list of things, and we had to do a little insurance work yesterday with my son Hunter, and we knocked that out, had lunch, and I'm thinking, you know, we got things moving. That's how you get it done.
That's how you get it done.
So we've got insurance stuff done. We had lunch done. I got the TV. We're headed back to the house, and he said, well, what are you going to do with the TV? You going to leave it at the house, or you going to carry it to the lake? I said, well, heck, we're on a roll. Let's go to the lake. Let's just carry it down there.
Let's get it done.
And we'll probably just leave it. We won't put it up. We'll save that for another day. But let's just go on. Let's just go. So we're heading down the road. We're not to the point of no return yet, where we could peel back off to the house. And
we can tell that heart's working good now, can't you?
Yeah, and
Boy,
he said
he's got the blood flowing.
He said, Dad, have you looked at the weather?
Oh boy!
And I said, no, I hadn't really looked at it. What is it? And he showed me this radar image coming. And I said, well, why is it coming from that direction? That isn't the direction it normally comes from.
I know it.
And I said, I'll tell you what. I said, we've had a good day. We got insurance out of the way. We got lunch. We bought the TV in somewhat record time. Let's get this thing to the lake. We'll outrun the weather.
Oh,
we'll outrun it. It's coming from another direction, and I'm triangulating here. And I said, I think we can beat it. Must
have been coming from my house.
Because I think it's just an afternoon, you know, your basic afternoon summer thunderstorm. So we head out. And the clouds are coming from one way, and we're going, and we're like racing, trying to beat each other to Sylacauga, Alabama.
Oh, boy.
That was the point that I'd kind of, you know, triangulated that we needed to beat it to get there. And, wow, the front is moving quick. The weather was hauling, and I'm like, my goodness.
And I want the rest of the country, if this is not, you please don't picture this is some afternoon shower.
No.
These thunderstorms come in. You think it's the end of time.
Well, that's what I was going to tell you. We intersected the storm, and trees are blowing out in the road, and the truck is being moved off the road, and Hunter's going, hey, Dad, do you know what you're doing here? And I got a giant TV in the back of the truck with no cover on it.
What?
With no cover on it. Wouldn't fit in all that.
I thought about that. That's one of the reasons, like, I wanted to drive a 2019 the other day, and they was all these thunderstorms, and I said, Sherry, we can't have our luggage in the back of the truck.
So
I got to get a cover for it.
You know, we're going to try to just beat it. I said, I think we got it now, because we're peeling back the other way, and we're vectoring everything and trying to figure it out, and we're going to outrun it. Well, we couldn't outrun it.
Oh no!
You're
kidding.
So it starts pouring on us.
On your knees.
With it in the back of the truck.
You thought you were unstoppable.
And Hunter's like, Dad, do you think we need to stop and shelter somewhere? I said, oh, no. I said, that box is good, and it's wrapped in plastic. I said, we can still make it. Let's just keep pushing forward.
You know what?
And it is raining, and wind is blowing, and limbs are flying all over the road, and people are pulling off the road. And, man, I'm just gassing
but not
it.
Bubba.
We're going through this thing, baby. Everybody strap in. Here we go.
You're living crazy with this new heart.
So
I'm telling you, you've got a new heart, my friend.
And, Rick, it just got worse and got worse.
Oh, no.
And I said, hey, Hunter, I think we're going to have to stop and get under shelter.
Wow, it's raining right now.
So we pull off at a gas station. And we get up under the awning. And Hunter said, hey, Dad, that box is soaked back there.
Oh,
And Rick, the wind is blowing. You can't hardly get the truck doors open.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the front of this thing went through. There was literally 70-mile-an-hour wind.
It hit our house. Or part of it did. Some hit our house.
So we decided that we're going to get out and try to cram the TV in the back seat of the truck.
Oh, boy.
Finally.
I knew it wouldn't fit, but
you had to
take it out of the box, put it in there.
We had to try. And, Rick, we get out, and the rain's still blowing on us. The wind is so hard we can hardly stand up. And we're trying to cram that box in the back seat, and it will not fit. And it is so bad because I'm not